It's that time of the season when I have my beets and carrots are going crazy in my garden. So at that point, that is when I start doing my juicing. So today I'm gonna go over everything juicing, and I hope that you enjoy everything that you learned today. Hello, my name is Kathy Gifford. Welcome back to my channel. And I hope that juicing is something that you have tried, and if not, guys, you're in for a treat. Juicing is so good to have in the fridge, and today I'm just gonna walk you all through it. So as you know, if you've followed along with all of my videos, you know that I love gardening, and I like to plant a lot of beets and carrots, and I've got apples. I like using celery in this juicing concoction, but I've never been successful with celery. So if anyone has any tips for growing celery, please let me know. But anyways, I got some at the store, my apples and my cucumbers. And then the secret is the ginger. So today I'm going to be putting this all together and walking you through it and showing you how simple it is, and we can work through this together. At the same time that where I'm cutting up all these vegetables, because it is a process, I have to report about my weekend. As you know, I do travel a lot, and it's the weekends that destroys my diet. And this weekend was just the same. And what we did is me and my husband had to go and help my daughter. She lives in Arkansas, but she's just going through a divorce, or gone through a divorce, and now we're moving her out of Arkansas, and she's gonna go live by my other daughter in Pennsylvania. So we flew out to Arkansas. God, they're super late, right? But we had a timeline, so we had to wake up 3 hours later and load up the heavy things into a U-Haul, and then my husband was going to drive the U-Haul, and me and Maddie, that's her name, we were going to drive her truck to Pennsylvania. But I think my husband got the easiest part, because my daughter, she has 3 large dogs, and then one of them just had babies, 7 babies. So we have 3 big dogs on the back seat. Then she made it so they had all these cute little boxes underneath that she could hold all these cute little 7 puppies that are about this big. They're so adorable. So anyways, we had them. So it was crazy. What we did is we would go every 3 hours, stop to get gas. We would change places, and then we would take all the puppies out and let them have a break. The little babies we put on the top seat, and then just let them crawl around. They're not so big that they have to have a lot of space, but we'd give them a little bit more room to move around. This lasted until, oh gosh, I think we got to my daughter's house at 4 a.m. And then we had an appointment with the bank early in the next morning. So we got up and went over to her house and had a full day of moving. And you guys know when you move, it's chaos. And when you have a time frame that you just want to try to help her out as much as possible, and you know that you're leaving on Sunday, that you just do not take time to prepare healthy food. At least we didn't. I think the first day we just had pizza, which is super easy with everyone there. And oh gosh, it's a blur. It was just snacks. It was just anything that we could just walk through the kitchen as we're holding something, grab it, pop it in our mouth, and keep moving. Seriously, chaos is the word, or whirlwind. That's how I would describe this weekend. But at the same time, it was so much fun hanging out with my family. My other daughter and her family came over, so I got to see my grandkids, and they helped us with they were in charge of the puppies, and it was just so much fun. But guys, I have to report, my diet was the worst. And I don't think I ate so much. I actually weighed in, and I'm still the same, but I ate crappy food, and wasn't my best weekend. But I figure, you know what, that's life. And sometimes when things come up like that, where you really don't have time to make your fancy meals, I did start with my vitamins. I did pack my vitamins, and she did pack us some protein, some pre-made protein drinks that we'd have for breakfast. But then after breakfast, oh, it was whatever we could get in. So I have to report, it wasn't the best weekend, but Like I said earlier, you come back Monday, you get back into your swing of things, and I think if we can just continue to, 80% of the time, we are eating healthy food and doing everything right. 20% of the time, I think our bodies can handle it. And it was worth it because we got her in her place and it looks so cute. We're able to knock out a whole bunch of walls and ripped out all the flooring. She's totally redoing the entire things. And we put a back fence in so the dogs couldn't run away. And it was just, it was so much fun, but health-wise, not too good. I don't give myself a good rating on that, but oh well, we're back to eating healthy. Okay, guys, now, oh, I got my celery. I wish I could grow celery because, oh my gosh, celery is an easy snack that you can just take on the road, and it's so easy to have celery. I wish I could grow it. Another thing that you might want to, if you're into juicing, I don't recommend any particular juicer. I think they all work pretty good. But I will say to store your juice in glass containers. You don't ever want to store anything in plastic because it's got things that can leach into your food. So don't ever put things in plastic. Even like your Tupperware, make sure you have glass Tupperware so you can store food in. And use this, much better. And your juices will last 3 days in something like glass like this. So store them in this. Okay, I'm going to start putting this together. It's gonna get noisy, so I'm gonna pause this and then I'm gonna show you exactly what it looks like when we're done, okay? Okay, when you start juicing, I like to do a certain order. Celery, just because of the strings, I like to do this last because it kind of gets jammed up the most. So I'll start with the easiest things to juice. So like your apples, I've been throwing apples and beets in here. On my juicer, I have to kind of put them in smaller containers or they will not go down. Where is my thingy? There we go. Now, as far as the taste, if you're first starting off with juicing, I would go with more apple to make it sweet. But once you get used to it, then you can go less and less apple and more of the vegetables. So where I'm trying to use up a lot more beets, I'm going to throw a lot more beets in mine. Okay, I've just got done with all my apples and my cucumbers and my ginger. Now I'm gonna start throwing in the carrots. We'll finish up with carrots, beets, and then celery. Okay guys, I just finished getting everything juiced and it was getting so full with this that I started dumping it into this. But it's a good thing because what we're gonna do is once I have them all together, I put in even more of the ginger. Then we're just going to stir it around and then we're going to start filling up our jars. And hopefully there'll be enough for me and my husband for 3 days. That's what I'm going for. Now also this stuff right here, all of the pulp, do not throw this away. If you have chickens, go out and give it to your chickens. They're going to love you. Also when you skin everything, all your other veggies, save everything. That way your chicken is getting all of these vegetables so that their eggs that you consume are going to be top-notch eggs. Anyways, okay, so we're just going to fill these up. And I think that looks like liquid gold right there. Beautiful, right? Down below, I will write what I put in mine, but I don't have, you know, like so many apples compared to so many celery. What I do is if you like it's more sweet, taste it a little bit as you go. If you like it more sweet, add more of the sweet stuff like the apples. If you can handle more of the vegetables, the cucumbers, the celery, and the beets, load up on that. Also, if you can handle a lot of ginger, get ginger in there because ginger is good for raising your metabolism. So I think I'm going to want to fill these up just halfway so we can get just a little bit of nutrients every day I'm gonna pour this one into here. And then after 3 days, I'm gonna go out to the garden, get some more beets and some more carrots, and come back and do another batch. And I'm gonna continue that until we run out of beets. I think that there is a season for everything. Just like in the winters, our bodies naturally crave more of the heavy stuff, the soups and the bread. Well, I crave bread all the time, but I think there's a season for all the different foods that we consume. And for me, this time is for my juicing. Anyways, you can make them more even. Try not to spill like me. And then put these, put the lids on and get these into the fridge. And you guys, you're gonna enjoy this. This is so good. So anyways, let me know how you like this in the comments if you try it, and we'll see you tomorrow.